So I've got a load, but it's not in this city, so I've got to drive to the next city over. I don't really get why it had me do that. I told it I wanted to load in this city, but it's just like, oh, well, we're going to make you go to the next city. Whatever. We could use the driving. So, yeah. Preparing to move. Still. We're 3 weeks in on this, aren't we? Yeah, we're 3 weeks in. Whatever. Um, so, yeah, I don't know. I want to move. I want to try things out, but I don't know if I want. I don't know if I want to try things out. So, we'll get to probably the most important part of moving, and just end this so that we're not on about moving every week. Probably the most important thing about moving that I'm thinking about is using alternative energy. Right now, everything we have in this current apartment is electric. Electric heat, electric hot water heater, electric dryer, electric everything. Electric range, everything is electric. And, our bill's not that high, but I'd like to see it go down. That's a thing. So the house that we're looking at uses propane, and a lot of people call it LP, liquid petroleum, I guess it is. Anyway, almost everything except for the range. So propane dryer for your clothes, propane hot water heater, and propane heat for the house. So that's, I don't know much about propane. Growing up, when I was really young, we had a propane range. And it was nice because we could cook anything we wanted at any time. Drive. I'm driving right now. It has nothing to do with it though. If we wanted to cook when the power was out, in the middle of winter, we could because it ran on propane. It didn't need power to work. That was great. Honestly, I was too young to even know what bills were, much less care. So I have no idea what it cost to maintain and run. This guy's turning. He needs to get out of the road. 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 Yeah, get out of the road. Anyway, I don't know what it costs. A lot of people say that it's cheaper than electricity to do all these things with propane. And a lot of people say that it gets really expensive, especially the heating part. So I don't know. And I don't know what to expect. So that's got me a little concerned. I think the tank attached to the house is 200 gallons. I really don't know. That's my assumption. I think it's 200 gallons. I could be wrong. I just don't know. So I've looked at worst possible scenario. The tank being empty. And we have to put 200 gallons of propane in it. I don't think it's empty because, like they said, the hot water heater runs off of it. And it has hot water. So that's all I know. It's one of those things where you're just unaware. So I had the bright idea the other day that I would go out there and lift the cap on the tank and look at the gauge to see about where it was sitting as far as how full it was. And because if it's 50 to 80% full at this point, I'm just going to call up the local propane company and be like, hey, add me to your monthly delivery list. That way we just get it done every month automatically. I ain't got to worry about it. Is that a road? What the frig? This isn't a road. Anyway, add me to your monthly delivery. I ain't got to worry about it. That'll work out perfect. That's what I was thinking. But if it's empty, or near empty, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Because I don't have $1,000 right now. That's kind of what I figured it will cost to fill it. I don't know what the current cost of propane is, but I figured it at about $3 a gallon. And I don't know, maybe they charge like a delivery fee. I don't know any of this stuff. I've never dealt with propane. So, yeah. It's really a whole new thing to me. But the landlord, the landlord at the new place told us that she thought that it would run about 60 a month. And 60 a month isn't bad, but I would really like 60 a month to also come off of our power bill. You know, our power bill be 60 a month cheaper because we're not running all these things. I don't know. It's just a thought. It'd be great if it was cheaper. When we called the power company to get the power hooked up yesterday, they told us, or they asked us rather, what kind of heat the place had and how we got our water. And I was like, that's really weird questions for the power company to be asking. But we told them, it's propane heat, so nothing to do with the power at all. And the water is, it's a well water. So, I guess they're going to charge us for pumping our own water. I thought about that after we got the phone. It's just weird. I don't understand why they would ask that kind of question. But whatever. They probably will charge us for pumping our own water. That's going to be great, though, because our current place is probably about 200 years old. And the water is really bad. I think it uses copper pipes throughout the entire place. It's not water that I would drink. And we don't really use the water for anything. We always buy our water. Yeah, so it'll be nice to be able to actually drink the water where we live now that we're on a well. But whatever. So yeah, we're working on that. And we'll see where it goes. So I'm hitting the interstate. Maybe I will get to use one of the new tolls and show you guys how much they are awesome and how much I like them. And hit that sign. Oh, I didn't hit it. Wow. This must not be a long trailer. So yeah. What else can I talk about? Propane. That's pretty much it. My dad, where my dad works, I'm not sure if he wants me sharing all this information, but where my dad works, they use propane a lot. I don't know what for, but they have huge tanks that they get filled up for, I don't know, no apparent reason. I was going to say no apparent reason, but I think they have a reason. But I guess because they buy their propane in bulk, they get it really cheap versus, coming out and filling out a 200-gallon tank. They're filling like a 2,000-gallon tank or something. I don't know how much they have. But anyway, big tanks. I know they have big tanks. So when it comes to propane for where he works, it's really cheap because they buy so much. So they pass those savings on to the employees if they have like a gas grill or something that they want to refill the propane tank. They'll do it for like $1 a gallon or something. It's really, really cheap. And I was talking to him about, I would like to have a propane grill, a gas grill. And obviously it has its own tank. It doesn't have to run off the tank in the house, so it's not just another cost for me. But literally I could get him to fill that tank up for like $7, I think's what he said. That would be nice because they charge like $30 in the store. So yeah, I could really do some grilling with that. So that's kind of a thing I'm looking at. A lot of things, like I said earlier, everything that we're looking at as far as moving into this place is it's not ready. It needs work. And so that's kind of what we're looking at, like, different things that we're going to need to do to make it perfect, like me wanting a grill, for example. It's not needed, but to make it perfect, it would be nice to have. And a grill that costs $200, and then you got to buy the propane tanks, and just stuff like that. It really adds up, and it's definitely not something we have currently. But that's why we're moving. That's the point in moving. Where we live now it's an apartment. It's in the middle of the city. There's you're bound to the city ordinances. You can't really do anything that you want to do. You can't shoot off fireworks. You can't shoot guns. You can't do anything you want to do. Because you're in the city and you get the city ordinances that you have to go by. And this new place is way out in the middle of nowhere, and there's no city ordinances. It's not in the city. You kind of have a little bit of privacy. I mean, it's not way out in the middle of nowhere, but there are people around you. But at least we have like a yard. Let's say it like that. We have a yard now versus what we had here at the apartment, which was no yard. So getting a grill, we actually have a place to put it. And that was kind of the point of moving, being able to do more things and have more things and not have to worry about what we worry about now. Now, I was saying that the apartment we live in is like 200 years old. It might be like 100 years old. Let's put it that way. But it was a pretty well-built apartment. I mean, it's brick. It's very well put together. There's nothing majorly bad with this place. Which is kind of what kind of bugs me about the new place is that it's only 10 or 20 years old. It's nowhere near as old as the current place that we live. But to me, it doesn't seem as good because I feel like it wasn't built as nicely. I don't know. How do you explain that? Does anyone follow me on that? Is that just me going crazy? Like, I just feel like it's like vinyl siding, and it's not brick, and so it's just not built as nice as the current place we currently have. That may just be a matter of personal opinion altogether. I don't know, but and it may just be that it's not a home yet. It's just a house. And at some point it will become a home when I move in there and make it right. But right now, I have my doubts. It's on the other end of the building, and I went in the wrong way. I do that every time. So whatever. Let's make this video the end of the rambling about moving. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to back this in here. I feel like I should just turn around and go around the building. I think I'm going to do it. I don't even know. I don't know how to get that trailer swung around the right way. Yeah, I'm going to make a big U-turn here. So, by the time this video uploads, I will have already moved into the place. Maybe I will make a video about it. I doubt it. Going to be a lot of moving. Like I said, we've been here 4 years, and things just... we've got them set up the way we like them. And to have to go redo all that is going to be a pain in the butt. It's going to be a big pain. So hopefully it's not too bad. And hopefully there's not a whole lot more than we have to do, new decks. Hopefully it's just a good livable space. I wanted to change some light fixtures. I wasn't really happy with the light fixtures in the place. For the kitchen, there's like a makeshift chandelier. It's not a chandelier. It's like one of those new LED ones, but it's just it doesn't look good, and it hangs way too low. And yeah, we're gonna look for something else to put there. And yeah, just some different light fixtures. My room doesn't have a ceiling fan, so obviously I'm gonna put a ceiling fan. Just things like that. But I'm going to end talking about moving for now, because I know, 4 videos in, you guys are probably Hey, you like my company name? It's K-Dog Sucks. It's a good company name. I like it. Alright, well, I'll see you guys later.